What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So I want to say this is probably day 4. I kind of lost count, but I believe it's day 4 because obviously day 1 I never really recorded it because it was just pretty much me just taking all the wiring out. I took the axles out and then just call it a day. And then the second day, that's when I started recording. But pretty much like we have the engine right there already buttoned up. I mean, it's not 100%, but the timing, the pump, the oil pan, side cover, crank, everything's already back together. So we're gonna take a little look over here. As you can see, it's it kind of looks like a K24 pretty much because the steel oil pan. I apologize for the fan, but it's super hot. I don't have the mic on. The mic actually kind of does a good job at canceling the fan off, but we are almost there, and I can't wait because we're getting closer to tuning, and I have a deadline which I kind of like want to meet, but at the same time, when you do your build and you keep afterwards, you always find stuff that you want to kind of like upgrade you didn't like. That's where I'm at right now, kind of like picking and choosing what I'm gonna do. But overall, I can't wait to put everything back in there, have the garage a little bit more tidy up. But we have the engine already pretty much assembled for the most part. I do have to put the clutch back in there. All that I'm not gonna have time. I don't think I'm gonna go with the route of maybe getting resurfacing my lighter flywheel, which that would have been nice, but I'm trying to keep it under control, my budget, because I mean it is a budget build, but at the same time, like, I can't be spending a lot of money. But I mean, if I had options, obviously let me show you. Right here we have the SI post mount, which is the 8th gen SI post mount. You can see it has all this, which it's super different. So for me, it's actually weird because the bolt sits right there, and when I'm putting it in, it actually scrubs. You can see scrapes my ABS lines. And a good alternate method that I was looking at is the EP3 1, which by far I think is better. Also, these studs are a lot smaller, which I do have the bolts and the studs just in the garage here, opposed to this one. I only have 2 studs of those, and also it doesn't have that arm kicking over here. It's just this side right here, which will work perfectly with my eBay mount that I have in here. But obviously, if I was to order that, it's going to take me about a week. I don't have that time right now, so I have to do what I have right now. So that was another option, and I don't want to spend another $50-60 or so, which I'm trying to keep it under wraps pretty much with what I have. So, but yeah, right now the engine, sorry, let me just turn this off for right now. The engine, it is pretty much looking back like the way it should be. The valve cover looks terrible. I mean, the camera is probably doing a little bit more justice to it, but if you can see, it has a lot of like black blemishes and stuff like that, and I did scrape some of it off, but it's whatever. It's just gonna be on the daily, and I can't wait to start buttoning everything up. I already changed a couple of the seals, like the spool one right here. I changed the one in here, the behind the crank pulley, and then I changed this one from the solenoid, VTEC solenoid. Now the one on the main seal, that's the one that I wanted to change, and I do have it, but this one looked pretty brand new, so I'm pretty sure they already replaced it. Now I don't know, I mean, I should just do it now because I already have a new one, but I don't know, this one looks pretty good, and it was not leaking from there. It was actually leaking from the oil pan, which I hope it's all sealed up. Yes, and see, they even put RTV in there, whoever did it before, you can see. But yeah, I'm hoping that everything works out, no leaks. That's what I hate the most. Everybody does not like leaks, but yeah, slowly and surely, can't wait to put this back in here. It's just a lot of work, and yeah, it's can't wait. But right now, the only thing that's halting me is just the post mount, because I'm trying to get a shorter bolt to go in here because my power steering sits right on it, and with the double stud that I had before, it sucked, because if I ever had an issue with the power steering pump, I will never be able to take it out because the stud was in the way. So I have to address that. All right, everybody, so we are skipping a lot of steps, as in like I'm not showing the camera, but we are back at it again so you guys can see. Sorry for the glare. The sun, since it's going down, it kind of messes me up because it looks very like blurry. But we have the flywheel. Went ahead and forgot about this method, but saw it on Instagram. Kudos, or Facebook. Shout out to those, because I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I pretty much just go on the other side of the crank pulley and just kind of like hold it down while I'm doing this, and it's really hard because you have to torque these down to 87 foot-pounds of torque. Went ahead and did that. Put some Loctite in there, some high strength one, which is the red one. That's the ones you want for the flywheel bolts. Remember, the automatic flywheel bolts are not the same length as the manual ones. So manual ones are a little bit shorter, I believe. So yeah, so I went ahead and did that. I'm gonna go ahead, when I'm getting ready, I'm gonna brake clean a little bit of the surface, make sure there's no debris. Obviously you can see it's a little bit dirty, and I am going to put inside the pilot bearing a little bit of high temp grease, just a little bit, because obviously the input shaft is going to be spinning in there, and kind of wanted to protect a little bit. So now we're going to go ahead and put the pressure plate. I'm going to go ahead, I need the guide to make sure it's all straight, and I'll catch you guys on the next clip. We're getting really ready to put this on. Let me move over here. You guys can see I actually got this M14 because I had a stud, as you guys were looking at it, and it was actually in my way of my fuel line, also of my power steering pump, which is right here. The bolt was literally in the way of this because I had two studs. Now we did it the correct way. It'd be nice to have another bolt here, but I don't mind the stud on this side. It doesn't really affect me, but it does give you a lot of clearance because obviously all this area is just free. But this right here, since it's in K20Z3, the post mount requires a bigger size. So this is an M14 stud with obviously if it was a bolt, it's a 19 millimeter bolt, but this is an M14 by 47, and this is the one that you're going to need. So you guys can see, pretty much makes it all the way. I even got a flat washer for it, and I got this on eBay locally. Made it here in the nick of time. Pretty much took like maybe 3 days from ordering, so that's not too bad. Thought it was going to take a week or so, but he's not local, but he's close. He's in Florida. So yeah, this is an M14, usually K series with the CRV post mount. You're looking at M12, and I'm not sure, but I believe the EP3 looks tiny as well, and that one might be an M12 as well. So if you guys have any issues, remember to look for an M14 by 47 if you have this type of post mount, because it's an M14, not an M12. But the common ones to find are M12 for the most part, and I learned that the hard way. But yeah, so we got this here. I'm gonna make sure to torque it down a little bit better. I just have this here in the meantime, because obviously we had the engine and the engine stand, but now we have it on the floor. Do not want to scrape the nice oil pan, but eventually it will get ugly. But yeah, slowly we're putting this back on. It's just a matter of time before everything goes back in there. I can't wait to put the transmission, pair it back together, and put the engine back inside, because this was the only thing actually halting me. We do have an oil filter, we do have oil. It's just a matter of me having more time to do it. I forgot what day this is, but it's going to be on the title of anything. I might put this as a joint date because a lot of time has elapsed, so it might be like a day this and day that, just all together. But yeah, just gonna continue here, shucking along, because I can't wait to finish this. All right, so something I wanted to share with you guys. If you guys are interested, which I did tell you was an M14, here's the part number. That will help you a lot if you're trying to order it. I know a lot of vehicles have that sorry exact same one, sorry, which is 14 by 47, but It's really commonly found on the 06 to 15, I believe, Civics, which have it right there. My SI actually does have it as well, but I didn't want to pull it out of my daily card. But yep, here's the part number once again for everybody out there that is wondering about an M14, and there you go.